I rather this though. Head clean, boy. I rather this than have a hairline that's all the way pushed back, man. I mean, I was told growing up, a woman's hair, it's a beauty, and a man hair, it's his strength. I'm still strong. I'm still strong. I'm gonna grow it back and stuff, man. But I still got my spiritual strength. So let me proceed, man. Um, it, it dawned on me, man, again that I had another person that I had sex with, man. And I mean, I'm not proud of it. By no means, I'm not proud of it. Looking back now, I'm actually ashamed of it. For one, because I know it hurt my wife. But like, if I had to do it over again, I would do it over again. And if I get mad, and if I go back to my marriage, and it's still the same way, I'm gonna repeat that habit all over again. So maybe it's time for me to get divorced. You know what I mean? Because listen to me for a second. If I go back to Northern New York, let's pretend like the COINTEL program wasn't in existence, right? And I go back to my marriage, and my wife is not like, but it's right. These guys outside there torturing me and stuff. Okay, my wife is not messing with me and stuff. I will go through that torture. I'll go through that burn. I'll go through that fire. I'll go through that acid just to get my fix and come back home and go back to bed. You know what I mean? So really and truly, it's that should establish going back to my wife and stuff, man. It's not gonna fix that problem. You know what I mean? All right. Step two. They ever say ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. Okay. Ungratefulness, right, is knowing that like somebody's blessing you, but you're overlooking the blessing. And I mean, being ungrateful. And I mean, somebody's blessing you. And ungratefulness too. Ungratefulness, man, is the lack of acknowledgement. You gotta have some acting skills in that, right? I'll put you onto something. The night when the guy pulled a Glock on me, okay, right? The acting skills that went into that in '96 when I had that vision, that stuff looked real. I didn't understand it. I mean, I didn't understand the conflict and so on, and I did not see the pistol in the guy's hand. You know what I mean? I just saw the situation, and with quickness we fled. You know what I mean? It went over the second time. You know what I mean? I saw the stuff. You know what I mean? But I didn't understand it. I, in '96, remember, there's no talking. You know what I mean? At that point, there was no talking. It was just the vision. I seen it. Then we passed it. Then we come back over that second time, and we passed it. Then we come back over that probably a third time. But I know it was multiple times, and I didn't understand that part. You know what I mean? And once again, right, it was one of my buddies in the room playing that role. So it didn't make any sense to me, right? Well, anyways, man, the guy pulled a Glock on me. Okay, so when he pulled a Glock on me that night, and I heard ching 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 in the back of my head, right? That's what I saw, and it registered in the eyes of everybody, right? Remember now, God is the earth and the fullness thereof. Okay, I do have the Spirit of God with me. I did not see that the Spirit of God that I saw that I saw that I experienced in '96. If I gotta use my logic is with me. It's with me right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I just can't see it. And that's fine. I don't want to see it because after what I experienced with a guy called Elisha Ben Abuya, okay, after my experience with understanding what he went through and stuff, man, people that see the Spirit of God die, okay, go crazy, or what's the other one, man? Have a peaceful life, but also the last one is Ben Abuya, sorry, Elisha Ben Abuya. The call, the Jewish community call him the other one, or the Archer. Okay, when he came back, he became a heretic. He started saying evil stuff against the norm. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, he went to eating pork and stuff. And I mean, all the stuff that was against the Jewish Hebrew traditions and stuff. That's kind of cool. Ooh, that's kind of. But anyways, um, I don't really see eating pork as being bad, man. So maybe I should really consider that one. You know what I mean? But this was 70 BC. This was 70 BC before Christ. Because after Christ came, that's when Peter had his vision and so on. But that's a different subject. What I want to get into is the acting stuff, man. Because I've been told, right, how CIA, Hollywood was created by CIA. Hollywood is acting. You know what I mean? Like, you're acting, you're fooling people, you're deceiving people and stuff, right? I'll put you onto game and stuff, man. Um, when that guy pulled that Glock at me and stuff, I don't know you, I don't. Like, that was acting. You know what I'm saying? No, me putting on Facebook and people watching it and stuff, I'm looking like the bad guy, right? Um, your conscience is also how God communicates to us too, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, people will be like, well, your conscience will always be biased towards you because that's how the way you perceive stuff, right? When that guy put like that pistol on me, I know he was acting. And I mean, um, little and subtle details, driving slow, you stop in. And I mean, if you scared of me and stuff, right? And even though you have a pistol and stuff, if you scared of me and like you don't want me to follow you to your house and stuff, you won't be stopping and breaking, then pull up, take a smoke, show me you relaxed and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially that you saw my car waiting, looking at you and stuff. That's not a sign or indication of somebody who's scared. Okay? I'm gonna show you signs and indication of somebody who's scared. Myself, right? I don't know what's going on, but I know law enforcement is involved. Okay? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna provoke them. It's kind of I'm a risk taker. You know, I'm scared, but you gotta face your fears sometimes. I would speed through traffic. I'll close my eyes intentionally and speed through traffic because I know like law enforcement ain't gonna stop. Sorry, at this point law enforcement would stop and be like, okay, he's not just damaging himself, he's damaging other motorists and stuff. You know what I mean? They had to be clever. They had to have a whole area blocked off with a whole bunch of actors and so on for me. And I use my reason on that. Okay? I was scared. You know what I mean? Secondly, because how the events start playing off and bringing me back to my visions and stuff, I knew my death was coming. You know what I'm saying? And one thing too about my vision of my death, I was assassinated. And they're gonna make it look like they was trying to rob me for my jewels and stuff. Okay? and I've been saying this and stuff, right? What does the COINTEL program entail? Not assassination. How did Martin Luther King get killed? Not assassination. How did Malcolm X get killed? Not true assassination. Okay. Well, what they will do, they will line it up that your own people kill you. All right? Under mind control. So, to the naked eye now, who's just randomly watching television and so on, they're going to be convinced that that person got killed by his own people, yada, 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 yada. Because for a really long time, even as we know Martin Luther King was assassinated, nobody knew for a fact the federal government was involved. It was just like a bunch of hearsay. Nobody knew for a fact until President Trump came and made the classified documents declassified. Declassified. Okay. That's a lot of acting. That's witchcraft. I mean, because remember now, we are being judged by our peers. The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Out of many, one. E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. They were clever. The CIA was really, really clever. US government was really, really clever, man. They found a way to tap into supernatural, and they have succeeded. Me talking this and so on, man, you're probably gonna go over a lot of people's head, man. You know what I mean? And they're gonna come off crazy and stuff. And so was Solomon. But Solomon was a really smart guy. He knew the supernatural. Okay. I believe. I also believe Elisha, Ben, I just his name, and you by you. You know what I'm saying? Abayu. I believe he was clever. I believe he saw something, and but the thing about it, like, God didn't cast him into hell. You know what I mean? And I think what he did was different from the time. So that's why because you got to read into Jewish scripture to understand this, right? God would announce that children of Israel will go to heaven except for him. But he didn't go to hell because he was still pure. You know what I mean? Even other rabbis couldn't curse him, couldn't kick him out because he was still very important to the evolution of the Hebrew religion. He was important. So I gotta be careful. The stuff that I was taught still, I'm gonna still walk on that path. I'm not gonna deviate from it. I mean, I gotta stay straight. You know? And that's the corruption sometimes of being human, man. You know what I mean? We don't know. It's like we get a just like I got a bird's eye view, and I was like, okay, I know stuff is to come. I didn't know I didn't know what everything meant back then. Okay, but slowly and surely, stuff I was experiencing deja vu. I remember now, deja vu is you like you've been there before. But the thing about it, I know I've been there before. I know where it's from. You know what I'm saying? So it's not no I lived that life before. It's nothing like I lived that life before. I just had that vision that I've been there before. I have one life. Okay, I'm not these other folks and stuff who talk about like I had a second life no, I have one life. I just had a vision that I've been there before. I'm gonna do this over because I don't like when I go over 7 minutes, man. So I'm gonna do this over. I'm gonna replay it and see what it looks like, and I'll do it over.